Alrighty, Fire Nation. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Thursday stream here on the Fire Phoenix King live production stream. I'm Koopa. I'm your host for tonight. And as we do every Thursday, we are going to have our King of the Hill free-for-all going on for the next couple hours. So from 7 to 9, you guys get an open arena. And everyone is going to be jockeying for King of the Hill privileges tonight. So I apologize for missing last week. I was taken down by a mean cold, but we're back. I'm happy to be here. So I hope everyone's having a good week. Everyone's having a good Thursday. We are a day away from Friday, and we're just about to jump on into the fun stuff. And I will be reminding you guys as we go on, if you lose 3 times, you must exit the arena. But for the time being, we're going to get started here very early on. We've got a couple of competitors who are definitely itching to get in here. We got Josh as Pac-Man, and we got Hoaxers as Dr. Mario. So, fun time to be a Mario fan right now. The Mario movie the new Super Mario Brothers Galaxy movie came out last week. So if you guys saw that, chime in on whether or not you liked it or not. But we're gonna get the good stuff rolling here. Dr. Mario is a seldomly seen character in this day and age, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Fun character, hits like a truck, but leaves a lot to be desired. Where his trade school brethren, makes up for. But Dr. Mario is a character that hits very hard. That down air spike is what makes things very, very different from Mario. He has a down air that spikes. Mario has a forward air that spikes. Up smash ends at a slightly different angle, but gets caught swinging into the Pac-Man hydrant there. So Josh generates the lead here, and we're going to see what makes Pac-Man such a great character. This character is able to play from a distance very well, and also be able to scrap very well up close as well. Should use that hydrant as a sort of movement option to help you get in on the opponents. You see Hoaxers trying to use that pill as a sort of block to potentially move on for the bigger hits here on Josh. But Josh doing a good job just hanging on to this lead, and I think where this matchup is going to be hard for Hoaxers is that Pac-Man is more or less able to recover from anywhere in the stage. Up smash will get the job done, though. So it's going to be hard for Hoaxers to get out there and edge guard because Dr. Mario's off-stage presence leaves a lot to be desired. So I don't necessarily know if it's going to be in the best interest of Hoaxers to go out there and edge guard. So essentially, I think Josh is just going to be able to get back to the stage whenever he wants. You see the hydrant dislodgement there. Using the downward angle of the apple to catch. High recovery is going to get punished. This is going to be rough for Hoaxers. And yep, okay. As we thought, the down air will catch that recovery. So it is now Josh that is taking a big lead here, almost lapping in percent. We're getting dangerously close. Oh, and there we go. Just drops a little bit too low. That is going to be in a game win for Josh here. So we think about some of the highlights here. Can utilize that hydrant is such an important part of what Pac-Man wants to do in terms of offense. It can be used defensively, it can be used offensively. Great card. Great card in your deck. If you're Pac-Man. So Josh opening things up with the W. We love to see it. So these two are just gonna jump right back into it. Nobody in line. Nobody to stop you. Yeah, just you in the open road, baby. Here we go. Let's see if Smashville has any indication on how this match goes. The big thing here is that center platform is going to provide good coverage for whoever is able to camp underneath it the longest. So, really rewards whoever wins the long game here. There you go. Already it's a pretty nice percentage lead here for Josh. Wow. And we're going to see the power of Dr. Mario come into play there. That Dr. Mario down B is incredibly strong. But the Bail Paralysis into the F smash from across the way. And now Josh is going to have to really, put the gas on here if you want to generate some offense. Good catch with the grab. The back throw is going to set it for the edge guard. Ooh, okay. Baited out the high recovery, but just not in a good position to get the follow-up. Both players trying to get the big hits going here. Hoaxer's in a big lead, getting a lot of extra credit out of this stock. Good job holding on to that second jump. Once again, able to get back to the ledge. The up air almost enough to kill. Air dodge got baited, but was not able to get the hit here, and Josh runs into his own fire hydrant. Oh, and the roll behind F smash, punishing the grab. Love to see it from Hoaxers. Giving up that second stock right there, but still has generated a huge lead here. Let us see, what Josh is able to do here now, playing from a deficit. Pac-Man is not nearly as strong as a character, playing from behind. It's a character that really excels in taking that lead and then forcing you to play into his game plan. So we'll see if, Hoaxers is able to kind of, maybe generate some decent offense out of the autopilot, but 76%. Not something that can't be easily made up. Oh my gosh, it's just letting it fly. Letting it hang with that F smash. Incredible stuff. Gets the trip, but not going to get anything crazy out of it. The F smash will connect, not enough to KO. How's Josh going to land? And the Hydra provides great coverage. Most characters don't really have a good answer for that. Dr. Mario does have to reflect, though, so that's something to keep in mind when this happens. You see Hoaxer is trying to swing with it. Back throw is going to connect. Careful, you don't want to drop too low. Rolls past the bell. But just like that, Josh has got it within a puncher's chance here. The fire is going to connect. He's going to get the bonus fruit online. Had a nice little edge, corner trap there with the apple as well as the fire hydrant. Rolls, the F smash connects. There we go. Hoaxers bending but not breaking in that game. That could have been really, really scary, but able to come out on top. Even things up between the two of them, one game apiece. We truly love to see it. Good job by both of these guys. Trying to get your money's worth. Make sure everybody's doing their best. All right, the two are going to continue to go at it here. Going right back to Smashville, though, so again, could have been a really scary game for Hoaxers there. Okay, almost getting... It looks like Josh, I don't know if he meant to immediately go for the S-Smash there. Maybe try to set up for the jab lock to kind of table that a little bit nicer. There we go. Just like that, Josh gets off to an early lead here. So let's see if Hoaxers can, mount any sort of a comeback. Again, it is very, very hard to take the lead away from Pac-Man once he's got it. This character is just incredibly good at being able to play defensive. Just like that, Josh continuing to add on to this lead. This essentially lapped in percent here. We are at dead even percentage. Okay, gets to reflect, but the armor from the side B prevents Josh from getting absolutely blown up on that exchange. I'm just trying to Find the way in here. Once again, just playing a good keep away game here. You know, forcing Hoaxers to engage with him with those bonus fruits. Gets the regrab, but Hoaxer's just not able to get the follow up there. There you go. The jumping down air will get the job done there. Going off the top. Ooh, but there we go. Using the cherries to set up a tech situation. Misses the tech anyway and still able to get the roar back air. Great stuff. Once again, Josh with a big lead here. Ooh, oh my gosh. Every bit of the F smash connecting there, including the hydrant. And yet, that's going to be all she wrote. Yep. Unfortunately for Dr. Mario, once that second jump is exhausted, you're as bad as the most of them in being able to get back to the stage. So that is unfortunately a brutal game right there. So one of these guys, it appears it is Hoaxers is on the golden rule here. If he loses one more, you'll be forced to exit the arena for a short period of time. We do have someone waiting in the wings, so we're gonna let these guys. Unless they both switched out already. Okay, no, we got the switch up already. Looks like it's going to be Luigi playing Mario. Cool. Why not? It's a free country. And so Hoaxer's taking a step back for the time being. Oh, goodness gracious. Luigi. Oh, no. That's not good at all. Oh, dear. Surely not what you want to see here. Oh. The world's first SD with Pac-Man? No, okay. I was gonna say, all right. Kind of a bit of a rough start here for Luigi the Mario. You don't want to start the game with an SD. Oh man, we are swanging. We do not care about the underneath of the stage. In fact, we exclusively want to scrap in the air. Josh is really having a time with it here. I was going to say, on paper, Mario doesn't do too bad in these matchups at all. Both these characters kind of want to hang out in the same space, so you're most likely guaranteed to get your combos off when you get them. The Reflector does make, the projectiles not nearly as free as an approach as it would do with other characters. Oh, there you go. Get stunned by the bell. Sub 25% restock. Yikes. Unfortunately, not a great start for Luigi there. Immediately falling off the stage into some pretty nasty combo stuff here from Josh. So good stuff to Josh. Continue. All right, but here we go. Hoaxers is getting back into the ring here, and if they lose, they have to leave the arena and come back once somebody else leaves. So, rocking with the, oh no, and it appears we have Pac-Man with the deep, long stare into my soul. Oh no.
No contest.
Slammed with the connection error. You really do hate to see it. Okay, so let's see if we can potentially get that fixed here. No, okay. So something must have happened with Hoaxer's internet. They just have completely left the building, but hey, that's life. Instead, it's going to be just Rice stepping up to the plate here for their first appearance with Pokemon Trainer. A character that I love. It's Super Smash Brothers. I think a character concept like this is so cool. A very fun character. You know, each Pokemon has their own strengths and weaknesses. Squirtle being very quick, a combo-oriented character, but not necessarily the strongest in terms of power. You have the all-arounder in Ivysaur with a couple of great projectiles, a very good recovery, some decent power behind their hits, and then you have the closer in Charizard. So it looks like Ivysaur is going to be the preferred player here for Just Rice, but Ivysaur does get kind of messed up by these projectiles. You know, Ivysaur's kind of a bulkier, bigger character. You know, just gonna get kind of stuck in no man's land there. So now Charizard's gonna make a brief cameo. So it's gonna be back to the Squirtle show here. Yeah, not exactly looking great for Just Rice here. Unfortunately, like I said, once Pac-Man gets the, the ball rolling, it's really hard to take it away from him. Charizard might kind of be the play here. You know, Charizard does have the power to punch your way, brute force your way back into a game, but at the cost of you being a bigger character. That back air came out so slow that Pac-Man grabbed it before it came out. That's crazy. What a character. What a concept. F-Tilt will connect, though. Great stuff there from Just Rice to get on the board at the very least. Let's see how Josh can close out this stock here. 142 on the tab. Forced to use Flare Blitz to get back to the stage, and is going to damage you just a little bit. Good grab once again. The back throw will set up once again for another edge guard here. There we go. Yep, the fire hydrant dropping right at the perfect spot there by the ledge. Ooh. Okay, a little bit of laggage there on my side at the very least, but nothing of consequences lost. Just Rice on the last stock, though. We're gonna have to play this one very carefully. You know, Squirtle is a good way to get back into these games. Again, it is a, it's a tough draw here for Pokemon trainers. So now we're gonna go right back into Ivysaur. Maybe try to swing your way, back into some into the play here. Good down throw, down B will, up B will connect it. That's the tried and true combo of all time. Very, very good combo there from Ivysaur. Both players on their last stock, though. Sub 50%. Definitely not something that can be made up by Josh. Very capable of being able to do so. Josh trying to get back out of the corner here. Just Rice trying to generate some offense to get back into the game. The roll going to get caught by the orange. And Pac-Man just has so many options on how to ledge guard you. It feels like almost every option you choose against this character getting off the ledge feels awful. Some cute little shenanigans getting off the ledge there. Just trying to find the way in. Now, I've seen Charizard steal some KOs in the past, so with a properly placed, back throw, back air into Flare Blitz, we could very easily see some nonsense come out here from Just Rice to maybe steal away this game. But again, just being forced to stay stuck in shield, there's only so much you can do here. Now in a possibly bad position. There we go, the back air connects. I've seen crazier stuff happen. Just takes one more. Roll gonna get caught by the flamethrower. This is the grab. Maybe a side, an up throw with rage, and a platform falls out of the up smash. Charizard's up smash has such a wonky hitbox on it that you characters are prone to falling out of it. So that is just, as we call it in the industry, brutal. But a great game there from Josh. A great game from both competitors. Just absolutely brutal, though. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here. Again, both these characters kind of seldomly used nowadays, but great characters regardless. Josh, 4 wins across the board. There we go. We're going to see Luigi pop back in, this time playing Donkey Kong. Luigi still refusing to play Luigi. Or at least playing the green Donkey Kong, though. For what it's worth, I do not like what this character's alt looks like. And, oh no, Luigi. No, buddy. Unfortunate stuff right there. Truly tragic way to start both games. I've gotten maybe combined like 5 seconds out of these first stocks. You really do hate to see it. Joseph, unfortunately, clicks with the side B off stage. Are we going to see another sub 20 3 stock here? Sub 25 3 stock here from Josh. That'd be kind of sick. Come on. I just want to see Luigi get. And there we go. We've passed 25%. We've already improved upon last game. Right to the ledge. The fire hydrant going to do its thing. Just cause havoc. Be an obstacle which characters have to engage with. Luigi is having a hard time getting the offense going. The bell going to connect, but not going to be enough to get a knockout. Or not get enough, damage on the board to KO with an up smash, but the F smash will do it. So sub 50 stock this time from Josh. Shooting free throws in the gym, and unfortunately there for Luigi, has gotten close to nothing out of these first stocks, so that's really tough. But great stuff there from Josh. Has opened up a can of whoop to start these couple games. A combined 5 wins. A whole 5 wins right here. No one else has been out yet. The Hoaxers is back into the arena.
3, 2, 1, go!
We're going to see the Greninja here from Hoaxers. Let's see if Hoaxers got their internet situation sorted out. Make sure everyone turned off the Netflix. We're playing Wi-Fi. It's important. But nonetheless, though, a fun character. I like Greninja a lot in terms of Super Smash Brothers. A technical high ceiling character, but in the right hands, it's proven to be very, very effective at what it's able to do. And just a reminder, if Hoaxers does lose, they do have to leave the arena. So, a lot at stake here if you're Hoaxers. Gotta stay in the rotation. But off to a tough start here, unfortunately. You get the stone wall of Pac-Man's projectiles and everything that it has to offer does make this very, very difficult for most characters. Almost a full lap in percent. Yeah, it is a full lap in percent here. There we go. The hydrant will connect. 3 stocks to 1 for Josh. Making it look real easy right now. And just like that, wow. Josh has won the game and is now put our dear friend Hoaxer's on ice for the time being. So Hoaxers, you will. So. Kind of for folks at home, let's not. Hoaxers does have to leave the arena on the third loss. There is a cooldown time for you to read, so. Let's just kind of jump right back into it, though. So it's going to be Just Rice back in the circle around Josh. Josh has yet to drop a game here. So, well, he's only dropped one game so far. So, has a lot of work to... Everyone's got a lot of work to make up. Again, we appreciate everyone that's cooperating with the rules and such, you know, just kind of trying to make things as easy for everyone as we can, so. But here we go. Let's see if Pokemon Trainer on Final Destination can generate the sort of offense that, you know, Just Rice needs here. But so far, again, it's just been Pac-Man's show so far in these early stocks. This character is just incredibly hard to gameplay against. There we go. 113 on the tab. Fire Hydrant will connect once again. Do we have... There you go. See, Charizard can actually make up some ground here. Move does a rough DI on that back throw, so we have to be very, very careful. .170 on the mark on the first stock here. If you're Just Rice, you really got to make these hits count. Get any further trades or more damage, or you're just accelerating your demise here. There you go, the down throw. Not going to be able to set up to a combo just yet, just a little bit far out of percentage-wise. Ooh, misses the grab. I think if they got a grab there, they would have been able to, you know, maybe swing the game back in their favor. But alas, just coming up short. Let's see if Josh can continue to add on to this lead here. And again, when Pac-Man has the lead, it forces your opponents to, you know, swing to compete here. But just like that, Just Rice has gotten on the board here at the very least. Good grab there from Josh. Once again, going to set back up here for another long combo. We haven't seen a lot of that neutral air. That's also, like, you know, one of the really good cards that, you know, really good moves that Pokemon Trainer has in its arsenal, especially Ivysaur. Like, that neutral air is just so good at comboing into itself, comboing into, like, the big kill moves that Ivysaur has. I haven't really seen a whole lot of it. But Josh also doing a good job being loose, being elusive, being able to play around, you know, the nonsense that comes with, you know, Ivysaur and Pokemon Trainer in general. This character can really, like, pull the rug over you if you're not paying attention. There you go. Good run up smash. Again, not going to be enough just yet. Again, the steady diet of Charizard could be just what the doctor ordered here. Good up throw. There we go. Yep. This is now a nice lead here for Just Rice. Can they dethrone Josh? Will Josh continue to win? Oh, man. I see the vision there. I think in another world, Josh just goes for the haymaker there and then just, like, recovers back to the stage. But I think even Josh didn't think that move was going to connect. That's probably why they bailed on the option. Go. Fire Hydrant will connect once again. Good, using that bell as a scare tactic, forcing a lot of shielding here from Just Rice. Just the grab again. Those whiff grabs with Pac-Man can be brutal. Good dash attack there from Just Rice. Just a little bit too ambitious with that with the down air. Good catch. Flamethrower by the ledge has been such a great option to catch these rolls. Josh still swinging here. 200% almost in the tab. This is kind of looking chalked here. Just Rice looks like right on the cusp. One strong hit away from getting dub here. There you go. Apple working the job. 141 on the tab. Just Rice is going to have to still do a little bit more to push us over the finish line, but Josh is playing on borrowed time right now. There we go. The up air. We'll get the KO. So Josh's streak has now concluded. Just Rice now coming out on top here. Take a look at some of the highlights here. Great game from both players. It's real back and forth. Yeah, it's a real game of chess playing against Pac-Man sometimes. This character has so many different angles of approach that it can take against you. Okay. So Josh losing the second game here, but combined still has triple the amount of wins as everyone else. But here we go. Void Ness, one of the mainstays here in the King of the Hill Thursday streams, will be stepping up the bat here, trying to get on the board. Void Ness is definitely prone to being able to go on these long win streaks. I would have put it past him to be able to do so this week. And again, in another interesting matchup, I think that Pokemon Trainer versus Ness is a fun one. Again, it's one where you'll see steadier diets of other characters. I think Squirtle is a great early stock option in most matchups, but especially against this one. The quick move, sometimes you need the quickness to keep up with Ness. You know, a character that feels like it's constantly has the movement advantage on you. But also, Ivysaur is very good at being able to punish these linear recoveries from Ness without having to commit too much stage space to do so. So we'll see how this goes here for Just Rice. Not a great start. Don't love to be down in triple digits against Ness very early. And using the PSI bag as sort of a movement tech to get in on the offense here. Missing the up smash. There we go. Charizard able to squeeze out that W. So, a great start here for Just Rice. Again, Charizard is able to allow you to play, is able to allow you to kind of take some cheeky stocks against your opponent, I think is the angle we're going for here. They'll throw it to the up air. Ooh, trying to maybe get quick with it with that side B, but not going to work out. Let's see if Void Ness can generate some offense here. There we go. The double PK fire into the back throw. A lot of offense numbers being built up here. Here we go. Now Charizard, the closer is in, trying to get you the over the hump here into this last stock. Throw connect. On a heavier character like Charizard, though, not going to connect. Or not going to get the KO, excuse me. Good up smash once again. Still not enough yet. Both players rolling a lot. You don't want to get caught here. There you go. PK Fire able to keep Just Rice frozen along just enough to get that up smash. Here we go. Razor Leaf into the up air. There we go. Just like that. Void Voidness giving up that stock, and now Just Rice has brought it back to a one-stock game. Only 5% separating the gang right now. Here we go, PK Fire once again going to cause havoc here. Oh my goodness. PK Flash going to bait out an air dodge. Doesn't even matter if it doesn't connect. There you go, good grab right there on the landing. The back throw, good DI into the corner. Ooh, the Razor Leaf able to interrupt that PK Thunder. So giving Just Rice an opportunity to get back to the ledge, but Voidness now in the juggle situation. Now's not a good time to whip those grabs. Ooh, gets the down tilt, but not a good follow-up, and then gets caught rolling on the platform. And there we go, the up smash will connect below the ledge. Voidness getting on the board in their first game of the night. Great stuff there from Voidness. Again, a Thursday King of the Hill mainstay here. Bro is always real good at yeah, is always really good at being able to go on these long win streaks. Could be the first of many. It's happened before. All right, we now have Voidness going up against Kazuya here. Kirkus. Kazuya Mishima. And just keep it on a reminder here, in case you're keeping track. Josh and Luigi are both on 2 losses. So if those guys step back into the arena, then they will have to leave for the time being. All right, but Kirkus going up here against Voidness. The Electric Wind God Fist. What a move. That move is certainly worth its weight in gold in terms of the pantheon of really good, yeah, in terms of incredibly strong, attacks in Super Smash Bros. Lore. But just like, but Kirkus not looking too solid right now. A little bit of a percent deficit, but Kazuya able to make that up in spades. Yep, he will connect. Also about to get to KO. Back air, though, good reversal there from Voidness. Ooh, and there we go. Just like that, Voidness immediately turned into tables. And, what a start. There you go. Kirkus able to get on the board at the very least, though. But again, Ness is just on these kind of slower FGC characters, able to really push his advantage here. Oh, gets the knockdown with the side B, but not enough to get a follow-up out of it. Gets the up B. There we go. Nice job with the command grab. So able to generate a little bit more offense. You get fired into the forward throw. Nope. Got the right idea there. Ooh, gets the knockdown into forward tilt. Great stuff right there. And Kirkus able to bring it to a last stock situation here. And the Rage Drive is on deck here, so if you're Voidness, you definitely have to, you're not comfortable. Again, that's a very scary 33%. Ooh, the Electric Wind God Fist gonna connect. Gets the knockdown and a trip. Oh my god, almost get to the second time. That could have been curtains. Oh my gosh. Just kind of holding the up smash in his face. Sure, man. That works. Great stuff there from Voidness. Again, bend, do not break. What a game from from Kirkus. Making it close, keeping it close at the very least, but it is a Voidness out on top here. Next game, so. All right, so once again, Josh on 2 losses, and Luigi on 2 losses. So if Josh loses this is the last one for a little bit. So
3, 2, 1, go!
So let's see if Josh can keep his King of the Hill streak alive here. So Voidness is gonna take the because Voidness gonna take the reins here and run the table once again for another week. It's very possible. There we go. Just trying to generate that offense. And the bell is going to be a huge part of being able to do so. Being able to get those stun lock combos is huge. And getting caught by quite literally, I think, the last frame of that PK Thunder 2 being active. Truly insane stuff. All right, there we go. Ooh, misses the grab. Again, against a character like Ness, who whiff punishes is one of the best characters in the game, you definitely do not want to miss those grabs. It will be bad for you. You will pay for it with lots of damage. Ooh, the apple connects, but not enough to get the KO. Again, both players holding on to this first stock for dear life. The whiff grab again. Going to be the bane here, the bane of Josh's existence. Oh no, misses the trampoline. No. That is brutal. You hate to see it if you're Josh in that situation. But despite all that, able to get on the board here. Let's see if Voidness can continue to stretch this lead here. 76% is not super comfortable, but comfortable enough to where you can make something happen. Back throw will connect right there. Both players do not want to give up the big hit, but it is Josh that gives up that big hit. It is the up smash after the PK fire that will do him in on that stock. So now Voidness with a 2-stock-to-1 lead here, trying to take advantage of it. Again, those PK fire combos are brutal. Trying to find the in, but Josh needs to really start generating some offense here. Every whiffed attack, every whiffed punish is going to result in more damage here for Voidness. Ooh, okay. Nice little ping pong combo there. Maybe not how he wrote it up, but we'll take it. Great up smash right there. 25% separating the two. Good parry, gets all the hits of the down air there. That's huge. Ooh, and the PSI magnet messing up the trajectory of that apple, so something to keep in mind here. And just like that, Josh is keeping his run alive here. Wow, the apple going at quite literally the perfect angle, but the side B missing just before everything gets off, and there we go. Wow. Josh getting what feels like the absolute last hit of that side B, and able to keep the King of the Hill hopes alive here. Incredible stuff from both sides. Wow. Awesome stuff right there from both players. That was an awesome game on both sides. So Josh avoids that third loss. Voidness going to take an L there. So Josh going to stay on against Tezzy. So now Tezzy, again, another one of these popular faces you'll see on the Thursday streams, has been prone to go on long win streaks. And Josh still in danger of being removed from the circle for the time being. So you have to be very careful. Again, Pac-Man versus Rob, a classic matchup. If you're familiar with a lot of competitive Super Smash Bros., both these characters are considered to be very, very good in their respective tiers. There you go, just like that. Tezzy finding an early deficit against Josh. Again, one of the big pains for Rob in this matchup is the fact that he is, in fact, a large guy, big character. It's going to be hard to play around these like very dangerous frame traps and combos from Pac-Man. So can Tezzy get back into it? Right now, it's looking like the Josh show for sure right now. He is cooking. Yep, good up air. Back throw. Gonna set up another edge guard here. A preemptive side B there, maybe trying to reflect the projectile back in Josh's face, but not gonna get it. Oh, it jumps right into the orange. Unfortunately, these items are being so perfectly placed here from Josh. There, connects. There we go. The up B will get the job done. So Tezzy on the board here. Has a little bit of ground to make up here, but Rob is the king at huge comebacks. I feel like at any percentage, his character is just ready to unleash all nonsense on me. Again, Josh is continuing to nurse his lead here. Not going to approach if not needed to. Using those projectiles to his advantage. Whiffs the grab. Moving a lot of grabs, but still not afraid to mix them in there. Again, when Pac-Man's able to get his hands on you, it is very strong. Okay. Not sure if they drew it up that way, but utilizing the grab off of the side B there, I guess Rob wasn't just enough cooldown to where I was able to work. There we go. It is a 2-1 lead here for Josh, but 105 on the tab. Still nursing a little bit of a lead here. Once again, just continuing to work. Trying to get on the board, but still just coming up a little bit short. Once again, the side B, the neutral B apple, riding a lot of coverage. Last stock situation here for both players. It is a slight lead here for Josh, but we've seen time and time again, Rob is really able to grab these victories from the grasp of defeat almost every time. There you go. I guess he's using that hydrant as a great blocking tool. Tezzy just having a hard time getting around it. Forced to go for the high recovery. Risky there. That platform could be detrimental to your health here. Ooh, okay, able to pick off the hydrant though with the laser. Ooh, goes for the high recovery, but gets whiffs the punish. That was so sad. Oh my goodness. So scary. I gotta say, one item I've yet to see Josh tried to utilize is the key. Like, I understand it's not like the best of the projectiles, but oh my god, he had him on a platter, but didn't want to commit to the forward air. Tezzy could not have telegraphed that that recovery any harder, but still remains unpunished. Getting that second lease on life here. Good parry. The apple connects once again. Ooh, the very last hit of the down air. There we go, Josh. Still hanging on here, refusing to let go, give up that other loss. He's locked in right now. Excellent stuff right there from both sides. Again, there's the back and forth, the utilization of the Z drops there. Again, Pac-Man is just such an uncomfortable character to fight sometimes. This character feels like he can just do anything he wants, or whatever he wants. It's pretty brutal stuff. So Josh, again, still refusing to give up that third loss. Continuing to fight here. Just Rice coming back onto the sticks. We're going to see these two scrap off again. Again, as we're entering the 8 o'clock hour. So we have about we have another hour of King of the Hill fun for you guys. If you're watching, you haven't jumped in yet, please, by all means, make sure you do so. All right, with that being said, again, the other awkward side of the matchup, like we've been talking about, you know, it is definitely not an easy game plan to fight against a Pac-Man if you're Just Rice, but you certainly have the tools to be able to do so. And utilizing that steady diet of Ivysaur's great mid-range game, and able to do so, forcing Just Rice to go onto the Charizard here. Can be very risky. Ooh, neutral get up. Gonna get punished 9 times out of 10. That down smash is going to get the job done there. So it is Josh with the lead. Go for this up smash, but just not gonna get it. Really fishing for that jump in. Again, Charizard's up smash is a great anti-air tool, but telegraphing it just a little bit too much. There we go. The up throw on the platform will result in that KO. Great stuff there from Just Rice to get on the board. Oh, and just getting a reminder from both sides that both of these players have 2 losses. So whoever loses this has to leave the arena. So whoever's jumping in line next, do not start your game, so we can allow the players to exit accordingly. Ooh, down throw to the up air. That move, that combo is just so violent. It's so strong. What a move, though. Ooh, accidental bull siege. Hate to see it. Oh, great stage spike there from Just Rice. Going off stage just the right time. Getting forcing the stage tech situation. And Josh isn't going to give it to him. What a play. That's exactly the kind of stuff you have to go for. Play like, you know, play like your life depends on it. Excellent stuff right there from Just Rice. Now having a huge lead here. But can they generate some extra predator offense here? You got to get to at least 60 before I'm starting feeling comfortable. if I'm just Rice here. I would also probably just go for Charizard at this point. Just go straight for the jugular. Oh, here we go. 81% on the tab. Here we go. The closer's coming up to the mound. There we go. The apple does keep the Charizard away here. Both players playing for their tournament lives here, or for their, excuse me, for their rotational lives here. Go, down and will connect. Keeping it close. Oh no, the Flare Blitz! Position to put it in the back throw connect. So now the lead goes back to Josh here. Regular get up again into the face of the bell. There we go. It is going to be Josh coming out victorious there, I believe. Heck of a gainer from both sides. And just to clarify, you can come back into the arena immediately, but we do have to remove you from line so that everybody can get their turns back. So you're just gonna get bumped at the end of the line. You just have to wait for the cooldown to finish. That's what we're getting at here. So great stuff there from Josh. Just Rice getting that third loss. Josh refusing to let the string get cut. Doing a good job here. It appears the line has been cleared out. So Josh continuing to hang on.
3, 2, 1.
We got Kahlua 6. That's the Incineroar here. Can't say I've seen this matchup before. This one seems like a rough one, if you ask me. Pac-Man just is able to assert so much pressure, and Incineroar does okay with pressure, but Pac-Man's offstage presence is what's really going to make this matchup difficult, I'm sure. I like the idea of the revenge there, just maybe like a hair too slow. Oh my goodness, here we go. Combos are comboing. Oh, I had the right idea with the side B, but just not going to get it. Ooh, okay. Misses the stage check. So that is going to allow Kahlua 6 to get on the board here at the very least. There we go, jumps right into the fire hydrant. It is now a 2-stock-to-1 lead here for Josh. Again, not giving up this lead yet. If you're not giving up that third loss, does not want to engage with it. Oh no! Up B the wrong way. Trash. Been there before. Someone that likes to play Incineroar for fun. Definitely done that one before. So Josh continuing to hold on to a spot in the rotation. Also, give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just going to go grab my water bottle real quick. Alrighty, we're back just in time for the next game. Josh, not giving up. Continuing to run the circuit here, going up against Kirkus. Well, we last saw Kirkus a little while ago against Voidness. And a real barn burner of a set. Ooh, a little bit of a... wee bit of a slideshow to start the game here. Just a tad. Let's see if the players can play through it. Oop, okay, a little bit of a clank there. curious how this, you know, Kazuya engages with a character like Pac-Man. But there we go. The Electric Wind God Fist will do a good job of doing so. Again, just a little bit of delay here from on either side, but hopefully it's not affecting either player too much. Yep, B will connect. Not enough for Kirkus to get the KO. Ooh, this should do it. Nope. Again, Pac-Man's got a great recovery, so it's going to be a hard character to stop. Stop from getting back to the stage at the very least. Let's go for the back throw. Ooh, okay. Side B will connect, and there we go. That will allow Kirkus to get on the board with the Rage Drive. Great stuff. Again, just a little bit of some internet hiccups here. I'm curious if that hitting that hydrant actually messed up the KO there for Josh. Okay, the apple will keep the Tekken character away for the time being. And once again, using that Galaga chip to create some interesting frame traps. Oop, dislodges the hydrant. Good F smash. Oh no. And an unfortunate, yeah, looks like we had a connection error on somebody's side there. So that will be a no contest. So I'm curious. When connection errors occur, somebody does get kicked from the arena. So I will see who was the culprit there. It appears like it might have been... No, okay, it was in fact Kirkus. So Kirkus gonna fall out of the arena there. Void Nest coming back up to the flag here in an attempt to capture it from Josh. Void Nest already failed once at being able to send Josh packing for a little bit. Can they get the job done now? That's the next question. They're going to be probably a lot of the same. Both these characters, excel very well when they have advantage state. Ooh, man, if that hydrant maybe set the other direction, that would have been really good there for Josh to maybe try to continue to push this edge guard. Back throw will connect. There we go. The bail into the F smash. Tried and true. Great combo. Really get the job done. Gorgeous stuff from Josh. Really been putting on a clinic with Pac-Man. Again, a character you don't really seldomly see super often within competitive Super Smash Bros. Nowadays, but whenever you see the character, whenever you do see the character, it's very, very strong. And Void Nest getting down to a 3 stock to 1 deficit here. Brutal stuff for sure. There you go, the Galaga into the Fire Hydrant combo. The wheels are seemingly coming off here for Void Nest. Back throw. Good job with the down air, stomping the yard. Oh man, God, probably wasn't expecting the connection there from the, judging by how slow they reacted. Oh my God, a 3 stock. What are you doing? That was nuts. That was so good. Wow. Great work from... great work there from Josh. Josh has really been, playing like a man on fire these last few games. You know, has had that second loss for a while, but is refusing to give it up. We love to see it. All right, we're now awaiting our next matchup here. You see Josh with 11 wins. And the rest of the competitors combining for 4. So Josh is absolutely putting on a clinic right now. Oh, but it appears that Josh has left the arena temporarily. I believe this is what happened here. Oh, it's Tezzy going up against Sniper Fox. So Josh, despite winning the last several games in a row, has exited the arena for the time being. So.
Your fate is clear.
Okay, so Josh per TikTok has said that their controller died. So, not what you want to see, but hey, hopefully you get to... This is why I'm a proponent of wired controllers. I'm an old school guy. I've been using the GameCube controller since I was, 10. I'm 31, so... Nonetheless, though, Sniper Fox with the corn. Going against Tezzy here. Tezzy, like we mentioned, not prone... Not someone that's, unfamiliar with a winning streak, so... He's definitely more than capable of being able to pull out a long streak of victories here. But against a character like Corrin, we've seen Sniper Fox do some work here with this character, a seldomly used character in these environments. So, ooh, there we go. Side B will connect. Not gonna be enough to get the KO. Ooh, but the laser will. Great stuff there from Tezzy. Evening things up. Huge start. We absolutely love to see it. Alright, ooh, side B's gonna miss there, but the Nair's gonna help get through that. Yeah, both these characters like to kind of play in each other's wheelhouses, so it is going to be very risky per se, to kind of get in the face of either combatant here. But Rob does have the added benefit of some pretty decent projectiles to play around with. Corrin's projectile is very good. The Dragon Fang shot, is nothing to be scoffed at, but it is a very finite projectile. All right, so Josh has left the building, so Josh will not be with us for the remainder of the night here, unfortunately. But hey, we appreciate him coming through while he did. So ending with 11 wins, we got about less than 45 minutes to go here. That's going to be kind of a tough. That's going to be a tough one to lead with, so we'll see how it goes here. But it is Tezzy again dropped onto one stock here. Sniper Fox knocking on death's door. Can they bring it back, the ultimate comeback? Just don't know. Ooh, okay, there we go. The F smash will connect. Tezzy will get on the winning side of things here. The great stuff there from Tezzy, being able to get on the board here victorious. Tezzy getting on the board here. I don't know if Josh, like I said, I don't know if Josh is you know, if we're truly going to be able to beat Josh's streak here of wins before the end of the night. But hey, we could try.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, it's Kirby. Not playing Kirby. Instead playing King K. Rool. We do have a number of King K. Rools that play on the stream here. Not any of the ones that I'm familiar with, but Tezzy staying on the sticks here against King K. Rool. And Rob versus big guys, this leaves a lot to be desired. It ain't great, to say the least, so. Already not a great start here for Kirby. 99% on the docket. You know, Rob's a character that can really run away with this one. We are sending the Discord link to the chat. Anyone can join, so feel free to do so if you feel so inclined. There you go, good F tilt. Even stocks across the board here, but a nice little Rob combo there from Tezzy. He just moved us a little bit quicker here. We could have been in a good spot, but last was coming up a little bit short. Still a decent percentage chunk lead here, 92 to 62, and counting here as Tezzy continues to put the hurt on. Ooh, okay, good job using the belly armor to get through that laser. Maybe not as intended, but we'll take that. Up air will connect, not going to be enough. Town and City's a pretty decently sized stage. There we go, the down throw into the up tilt. That combo's not as reliable as you might think. It is a little, it can be a little pesky, but wonderful stuff here. Even game across the board here. Can Kirby get on the board here? Alrighty, even stocks across the board. The neutral are going to connect. Ooh, okay, able to pick up the crown. Oh, but that gyro proving to be such a nuisance here for this down throw. Immediately into the ups smash. Great job from Tezzy, keeping the win streak going. Take a look at some of the highlights here. Again, King K. Rool leaves, you know, much to be desired in terms of a character that just gets comboed to bits. And you take advantage of that. When you're playing a character like King K. Rool, you know, for the most part, that you are going to be at quite the advantage. So, nonetheless, though, keeping it going. Tezzy's going to have quite a bit of ground to make up for those, you know, for the 11 wins that Josh surmounted. But Just Rice coming back up here against Tezzy. Rob versus Pokemon Trainer. Probably going to see a decent amount of of Squirtle in this matchup. You know, Squirtle does provide some great coverage. You know, he's fast. He's able to get around these combos of Rob pretty efficiently. But Ivysaur are also very good against Rob for the same reason that Rob's good against most characters. Rob's a bigger character. Characters that can combo very efficiently tend to do very well against Rob like this. But it is Tezzy with the early lead here. Okay, Gyro almost interrupting that tether combo. Still able to get the KO. So Charizard not staying in the frame for very long. There you go, neutral air will connect, but not going to be enough to get any sort of exchange here. Oh. Okay, F-Tilt will connect, but not enough to get the KO. There we go. That's going to get Just Rice on the board. Tezzy not getting all the hits out of up there, though, unfortunately. Just not getting the big blow there. Ooh! High recovery past the ledge. Yep, that's going to get punished 9 times out of 10 if you are, you know, any sort of a competent player. That's a pretty easy punish to make. It's a great start there. Tezzy has generated a huge lead here. Okay, good falling fair. The air dodge getting caught by the Razor Leaf, just not going to, you know, quick enough to get a sort of follow-up out of that. Here's some grab. Down smash going to come through. We're now going to Charizard. Trying to get the closeout now. Well, you still can, but and Charizard suffering from a lot of the problems that the other big characters have. You are just combo food for a character like Rob. F-Tilt connects though. 77%. Decent amount to make up here, but definitely very doable. Back air is going to generate a little bit of space, but not enough space. That Razor Leaf is very, very good. There we go. Razor Leaf connects once again. Uh-oh, gets the air dodge. Oh no, but not in a position to get the follow-up. So close. Down throw to the up B will do it. Just Rice gets back on the winner side of things. All right, so great stuff there from both players. That was a real close one. Again, Just Rice was down by a decent amount going into that last stock, but Pokemon Trainer, another one of those touch of death characters that can really in a world of hurt. So Just Rice going to stay on to go up against a Void Nest here. So Void Nest again, on the kind of on a cold streak here. Has not been doing too hot. You know, got 3 stock the last time we saw him on stream, so not exactly the start you want to see here for Void Nest. Someone that we're used to seeing going on long streaks here. And if Void Nest loses, does have to go. So that is Just something to keep in mind here. But already off to a pretty decent start from both sides. Again, you know, the best of how can Voidness play around these like really awkward to hit characters like Ivysaur. You know, Ivysaur's combo game is very, very good. And also just being able to do that is so good. And that is, yep, just unable to get back to the stage. Get that. They're so good at just being able to effortlessly air dodge certain characters. But Voidness answering immediately though, so sensing the you know, the pressure is on. There we go. Back throw and immediately into the Ivysaur. The Ivysaur is definitely going to be the star of the show here for sure. Steady diet of back air also. Okay, gonna get caught by the F smash, but not enough to get the KO. And Ivysaur is a very leafy vegetable, you know, to say the least. You're not gonna give up that stock super easily. There we go. That's going to be Voidness taking the lead here. Love to see it for sure. There we go. Evening things up is Just Rice. So even game between both of these guys here. Who will come out victorious? Not much percent separating the two. Good dash attack to break zone here, but a good nair to reversal out of it. Voidness once again using the PK flash to try to create some space. Not sure if that footstool was intentional, but hey, we'll take it. All right, keep in mind, folks, we are here at the 30-minute mark, so we are going to be going for about another 25 minutes or so, so keep that in mind here. Ooh, the back throw. Ooh, yeah, that was some rough DI on that. Every day of the week, that is going to result in a KO. Excellent stuff right there from Voidness. Again, also feeling the pressure. Voidness does not want to give up this this KO so easily, so does not want to give up DL super quick either. So again, everybody having quite the room to make up here, you know, to really cut into Josh's victories here. All right, so here we go. It's going to be Twigman. Another regular here, playing Sephiroth. Going up against Voidness. Again, on paper, sword characters. Yeah, usually do pretty good against Ness, but you know, you have to be very, very careful here. Just like that, it is a quick lead here for For Void Nest. Again, Sephiroth is another one of those taller characters, but also a very light character. So it is going to leave a lot to be desired here in terms of, you know, of durability. And that recovery is very punishable from the side of, you know, from the side of Void Nest. So it's definitely something you have to be very mindful of. There we go. Nice little exchange right there. The forward air not going to combo into the PSI magnet as you thought. Twigman able to get on the board at least a little bit of damage with that up B. Again, Sephiroth's moves are like good on paper, but they're just like he's just so lumbering and slow. It's just a little he seems a little awkward at the very least. But able to whiff punish nicely with that that down smash. There we go. Once again, gonna use the PK flash to create some space, but just not spacing that that down air well enough. Or neutral well enough. Excuse me. Okay, nice trade off the back of the recovery there. Okay, Sephiroth's recovery again, pretty good, but also very linear on a stage like Kalos Pokemon League where you don't really have a lot of space to work with and how you can like mix up your angles. This leaves a lot to be desired. But Void Nest doing a good job again, just kind of keeping with the you know, keeping the pace here. You know, keeping it steady, not giving up too much of a lead. Gonna roll behind, get the down throw. Again, that neutral just coming up a little bit short. Unfortunate stuff there. Okay, and keep your eyes peeled for some breaking news in just a hot second, folks. So. All right, but here we go. Everybody just trying to get something moving here. Oop, okay, gets caught in the PK fire. Ooh, wait a second. No, hey. Oh, no. Unfortunate stuff. The reverse up B was almost the play, but unfortunately, in this case, it was not. God, that's so brutal. Man, unfortunate stuff for Twigman there. Had the right idea. Came up a wee bit short, so. And just like that, Void Nest continuing to stay on that second life there, so. Thank you. The arena will continue via Discord after the stream is over, folks. So you guys will continue. We'll be able to continue to, you know, set yourselves, continue to play and jockey for the King of the Hill stuff. So.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, but here we go. Got Just Jammy and Jobu, two new competitors entering this arena. Just Jammy rocking a Zelda, Jobu rocking the Ken Masters. I can't say I've seen this one very often. Zelda certainly a you know, a specialist character. You know, the people that really like Zelda really like her. She's one of my favorite characters to play in Smash. I thought this character was pretty good for a while, but I was sorely mistaken. Kind of a rough one. But, Ken Masters, though, you know, a great character in his own respect. But already getting off to a strong start here. Again, the thing with the FGC characters has always been the punish game is exceptionally strong. So, you know, Jobu showing that, you know, able to whiff punish Zelda very nicely. A character that's not really known for durability. Had some really creative combos you can do with the Knight, but again, that knockdown off the focus just makes it really, really hard to, you know, keep your offense going. But using a Din's Fire to create some space. Once again, you can use the Knight as sort of a pick or you know, a entry point in, you know, being able to hide behind that and push your offense is very, very strong. But fortunately for Just Jamie, Jobu is really coming out the gate strong here. Able to get on the board with the F smash. 101% to make up, and without hesitating, Jobu immediately takes that stock. Has generated a strong 2 stocks to 1 lead. Very, very good stuff. If you're a fan of Ken. Key rules. Love this guy. Again, using the Knight as sort of a pick into the offense, but just going still, once again, still coming up a little bit short, so. Oh! Misinput will give Just Jammy a chance here, though. We love to see it. They're trying to parry through the Knight, but going to come up a little bit short. Yeah, Zelda's tilt attacks are very, very strong. Down tilt's a good combo setting up tool. Up tilt's a great combo extender. F tilt is very strong. You know, KO move at the corner. Doesn't matter though. Sure, you can to take that stock and the game there for Jobu. So Jobu, new guy on the block here, gonna get a you know, gonna try their hand at you know, getting on the board here. A new challenger has entered the arena, as they would say. Alrighty, that is Jobu getting on the board here. Josh, still the rating picture, but you know, really able to you know, really put that high water mark out of reach for a lot of people here. Kirby coming back to the stage here against Jobu. Gonna try their hands here at taking on Ken. I think Ken K. Rool has a decent matchup into the FGC character just because he hits so hard. Again, these sort of characters have to really get in, have to get in Ken K. Rool's face to really do any sort of like real damage. So it is not super safe for Ken to just get up close like this. That being said, completely opening up a can of whoop right now. It's the Shoryuken. Fabulous stuff from Jobu. Phenomenal start. I'm just trying to find the offense in, but again, that you know, proximity combo, so strong, man. Ooh, gets the full, oh my gosh, almost gets the full parry. Oh my goodness. That could have been devastating stuff. Here we go. Shoryuken. Once again, 27% on the tab. A real strong combo here if you're Jobu. You've just you know, put yourself in a pretty decent position here. So now Kirby's gonna have to really dig deep here, but you know, Ken does have the tools to just kind of sit back and whiff punish, and that down tilt is very, very good at being able to do so. Ooh, okay, goes for the high recovery, but up a pretty decent amount here, not to be too worried about that. Oh my god, both players just kind of swinging for defenses here. Hilariously doing so. There we go. That's going to be Jobu taking that game pretty, you know, easily there for the most part. Yeah, an excellent job right there. Again, Ken Masters, quite the character. Let's take a look at the leaderboard once again. Jobu getting 2 straight wins here. You know, able to get some momentum going here. And like we mentioned, we will be continuing the King of the Hill via Discord after the stream is over. But the show is going to be over in about 10 minutes. So get your licks in now on stream while you can, as Tezzy gets back onto the sticks here. Yeah, Rob versus Ken is a fun matchup as well. You know, both these characters can really just unload on each other. You saw that great proximity combo there, almost ending in a down smash. Oh, what the roll read with the F smash! What a job by Jobu, making it look real easy. Let's see what Tezzy's answer is going to be here. Oh, okay. I guess that's one way to do it. Bait the high recovery out of your opponent, and then do it that way, I guess. So here we go. Good little change there from Tezzy. Able to open up the aforementioned, you know, combo game here. Yeah, both these characters are just very good at, you know, I'm going to put my hands on you once, and I'm going to obliterate you. Ooh, okay, almost getting the down spike combo there, but just coming up a little bit short. Ooh, okay. Tezzy just trying to get that killing blow, but unable to do so. Ooh, okay. Good spot dodge there. There we go. Able to even things up. One stock apiece here. Jobu with a nice catch right there to start. Ooh, okay, going for the very committal option with the down air there. But we're going to come out unscathed for the most part. Good neutral air. Able to get a shielded in time with that combo. Both players, like, really playing very, very cautiously here. Right, neutral air gonna clash right there. Ooh, goes for the full committal on the focus. That's gonna open it up to get punished here. Oh, okay. A little bit of delay there. Go for the Z drop with the gyro, but the back air is so huge enough to connect, and the back air once again gets the job done. What a job. Great stuff there from Tezzy. Getting back in the win column here. Stopping Jobu's win streak. At 2 there. Excellent job from Tezzy. Again, a favorite here in the Thursday King of the Hill streams. Able to do always a good job. All right, the battle's about to start here. We are getting Just Rice against Tezzy once again.
3, 2, 1, go!
Let's see how this shakes out for both players here, but yeah, once again, gonna be a pretty, I'd say, heavy diet of Squirtle to start things here. You know, Squirtle's just so good in the early percentage against characters like Rob. Really build up that damage, as we've seen so far. Oh, and I'm just getting word that Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook is down. If that is the case, we're about to find out right now. Ooh, okay, good up air there. Oh, the streams. Forgive me there. YouTube, TikTok streams. Okay, so all right, so we lost a couple of streams, but I think we're gonna be all right, guys. Don't worry, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna figure this out. All right. Nonetheless, though, we got Tezzy. We got Just Rice here. Just Rice trying to get back in the winning column here. Ooh, okay, good job using the Pokeball switch there to allow yourself the opportunity to avoid that grab. Ooh, you see Tezzy trying to swing their way back down to the ground, but that is not necessarily the easiest thing to do, you know, against characters like Pokemon Trainer. Both players at even percentages right here. Good neutrally there. Wow, the hitbox on that up there was weird. It didn't look like it was gonna hit. There we go. I feel like we haven't seen Rob's side B nearly enough this stream, but also Tezzy hasn't been on stream like the longest out of most of these people. But there we go. Continuing to combo here. Ooh, good parry. Almost able to get back to the stage, taking his time. Oh man, I was gonna say we almost saw this position where Rob wasn't able to get back to the stage. All right, let's see if Tezzy can extend this lead. Continue to stay on the sticks here. Trying to keep it close. Just Rice trying to get back into the game here, but unfortunately not really in a position to do so. You know, we're seeing Tezzy just kind of opt to sit back with punish accordingly. That air dodge could have gotten punished really hard. Ooh, but there we go there. Great game there from both sides. Unfortunate stuff there for our, for Just Rice. Not really in a position to get the offense flowing on our last stock. Rob can just kind of sit back, throw projectiles, whiff punish. Not a whole lot we can do on that regard. All right, I think we got enough time for. Look, we got enough time for one more. We're going to do one more on the stream, and then we are going to. That's going to be it for the streamed portion of our show tonight. But this is for all the marbles, folks. All the proverbial marbles, not the metaphorical marbles.
3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go. It's gonna be Twigman and Tezzy taking us home tonight. So let's get right back into the game here. Sephiroth against Rob. Yeah, Sephiroth leaves. We see a lot of Sephiroth on the stream. He's a fun character. He just leaves a lot to be desired, unfortunately. Cool guy, just not a real cool guy. Just kind of has a rough matchup spread against most of the cast. So let's see here. Maybe Twigman can break the stride here. I certainly believe that they're able to do it. So good get up attack right there. Though. It has the lead here. Again, Sephiroth has a great number of tools to keep Rob at bay. The range of that sword is really important. Ooh, that high recovery is going to get punished every day of the week, though. EX Rotor Arms going to get the KO. Go. Nice back air there from Sephiroth. They're just trying to find a way in here. Poking with the forward air. Trying to create some space. Good rapid job once again. Again, both players just trying to generate their offense. Up throw, not going to get much of a follow-up out of it. Oop, okay, forced to recover low there, and Rob is going to eat that for lunch. Is Tezzy nursing a lead here? It is not out of the realm of possibility for this to come back in favor for Twigman. Unfortunately, just coming up a little bit short. Guy's gonna connect, trying to generate some sort of space with the side B, but still just coming up, not really getting the reads he's looking for here. Recovers past the stage. That could have been really dangerous. Oh, no. Man, if he went the other direction, that could have been really bad. Again, that reminder on the bottom via Blazing News that the stream will continue in Discord after the stream. So if you're not in the Discord server, jump on in, folks. All right, 140 on Twigman right now. Ooh, okay, very dangerous regrab situation there, but able to come out on the other side of it. Very close here. The up air will connect, and there we go. That's going to be all she wrote. Great job right there from Tezzy breaking out the stream tonight. And folks, that is going to be it. That's going to be it for the show tonight, at least on our side. So we appreciate everyone for joining us, for hanging out with us. As you can see, Josh really set the tone early with those 11 wins. Tezzy coming in second place with 5, and Voidness, despite a weaker night, coming out in third place tonight with 4. See the rest of our leaders tonight. So shout out to everyone for hanging out with us. Once again, shout out to Fire Phoenix King for letting me host a show tonight. And yeah, we'll be catching you guys the next time. So have yourselves a wonderful night, folks, and enjoy the rest of the King of the Hill via Discord if you're not already in there. So make sure you sign up to do so.